Negativity is not just a mood, it's a mindset. It's a filter. It's a way of interpreting the world through fear, judgment, and scarcity. And if you don't learn to detach from it, you'll carry it into every room, every goal, every decision, until it becomes the lens through which you see your life. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop over-identifying. You stop absorbing everything. You stop letting every negative word, every critical voice, every temporary storm control your inner state. That's emotional maturity. That's Stoic strength. Most people don't realize how much negativity they've normalized. The complaining, the blaming, the pessimism, the gossip. It becomes background noise. It feels familiar, even comforting. But it's poison to your discipline. It clouds your thinking. It weakens your resolve. And worst of all, it convinces you that there's no way out. But there is. You can't control what people say. You can't stop every difficult moment. But you can decide what you give power to. You can choose to pause, to observe, to hold your peace. That's detachment. It's not passive, it's powerful. Because when you no longer let negativity dictate your direction, you reclaim your clarity. You take your energy back. Negativity loves urgency. It thrives on reaction. But you weren't built to react. You were built to respond. With clarity, with discipline, with focus. You don't need to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't need to justify your peace. You just need to anchor into your values and let them guide you, not your emotions. Detachment starts with awareness. Notice what drains you, what angers you, what consumes too much of your mental bandwidth for too little reward. And don't just notice, act. Set boundaries, limit exposure. Guard your space like it matters, because it does. What enters your mind shapes your outcomes. People will test you. Circumstances will stretch you. But that doesn't mean you have to crumble. You can stand firm. You can breathe through it. You can choose silence over reaction. Stillness over chaos. Direction over drama. And each time you do, you build strength. Negativity will always exist. But whether or not you internalize it, that's your choice. That's your power. And when you reclaim that power, you change the atmosphere around you. You lead by example. You become the calm in the storm. If this message is helping you shift your mindset, take a moment to like this episode. Comment with how you're detaching from negativity. Share it with someone who needs this strength, and subscribe to stay grounded with each new insight. There's a discipline in choosing peace, a maturity in letting go. It takes strength to walk away from negativity without feeling the need to correct it, fix it, or prove yourself against it. Not everything deserves your reaction. Not every offense requires engagement. Detachment says, I see it, I acknowledge it, but I don't absorb it. Sometimes detachment means choosing to be misunderstood. It means allowing someone to think what they want while you protect your own mental clarity. That's hard, especially if you're used to defending yourself. But growth teaches you that your energy is too precious to waste on battles that don't build anything. Negativity often masks itself as concern, as logic, as realism. But if it's robbing you of hope, if it's making you shrink, if it's keeping you stuck, then it's not serving you. You're allowed to outgrow environments that no longer reflect your vision. You're allowed to walk away from conversations that don't align with your direction. You're allowed to choose what lifts your spirit over what matches your mood. Emotional discipline is knowing when to stay silent, when to walk away, when to protect your peace instead of proving a point. It's not weakness, it's leadership. It's the ability to hold your standard even when others around you are lowering theirs. Detachment doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you don't become what you feel. You observe the emotion, but you don't let it rule you. You hear the negativity, but you don't echo it. You witness the chaos, but you don't carry it. That's real power. That's how you build the kind of mindset that can't be shaken every time something goes wrong. And this isn't about pretending things are fine. It's about staying grounded while facing what isn't. You can acknowledge pain without becoming bitter. You can experience loss without losing yourself. You can hear criticism and not let it crush you. That's the strength you develop when you detach. You must decide who you want to be in the face of negativity, because if you don't decide, you'll default. And the default is usually emotional reactivity. But when you decide, you take control back. You choose to move with purpose, not pressure. You stop trying to change everything around you and start mastering what's within you. The world is full of people addicted to outrage, conflict, and noise. Don't become one of them. Don't get pulled into cycles that go nowhere. Your peace is not a weakness, it's a weapon. It gives you space to think clearly, act intentionally, and move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. Detach from gossip, from pettiness, from anything that keeps your mind trapped in loops of frustration and resentment. You weren't created to live offended. You weren't built to carry every burden. Learn to let go with grace. Learn to forgive without reopening the wound. Learn to move forward without needing closure from those who refuse to grow. You are responsible for the atmosphere you carry. What you entertain, you eventually empower. And if you keep entertaining negativity, it will build a home inside your head. Break that pattern. Choose better thoughts, speak better words, and build a better mindset, one that's unbothered by noise and anchored in vision. The discipline of detachment is not built in comfort. It's built when you choose not to retaliate, when you choose silence over sarcasm, calm over chaos, focus over frustration. And when you do it consistently, it stops being a reaction and becomes who you are. Negative energy cannot survive in a disciplined environment. The more you build structure, intention, and purpose into your daily routine, the less room negativity has to grow. It thrives in chaos, in distraction, in unguarded moments. So structure your days, anchor your mornings, guard your thoughts, discipline your speech. That's how you uproot what doesn't belong. Start by noticing your inputs. Who are you listening to? What are you watching? What environments are you soaking in every day? Because you cannot stay positive while consuming negativity. You cannot be mentally strong while feeding your mind mental junk. Make the shift. Choose better fuel. And then protect your progress. Don't explain your peace. Don't justify your distance. Don't apologize for growing past what drains you. Some people will call your silence arrogance. Let them. Some will call your boundaries cold. Let them. You know your why. You know your work. Stay there. The discipline is in the detachment. The peace is in the perspective. The strength is in your silence. And the growth is in your refusal to be pulled back into patterns you've already outgrown. You didn't come this far to keep entertaining what you've already healed from. Choose better. Focus forward. Stay light. And let negativity pass through you, not settle within you. One of the most powerful things you can do is stop reacting. Stop feeding the fire. Stop giving away your energy to things that don't deserve it. That is not avoidance, that is mastery. Detachment is what allows you to keep your power when everything around you is trying to steal it. You owe it to yourself to be selective. Not everything requires your time. Not every emotion needs to be expressed. Not every conflict needs your presence. Most of what's negative loses power the moment you stop responding. The moment you realize peace is not found in control, it's found in surrender. So breathe. Let the moment pass. Choose wisdom over reaction, clarity over chaos, detachment over destruction. You've got more important things to build. You've got purpose to pursue. You've got energy to protect. Let them talk. Let it pass. Let the storm rage around you. But inside, stay still. Stay grounded. Stay strong. Detach, not because you don't feel, but because you finally learned what deserves to stay. This is where your real growth happens, not in loud declarations, but in quiet decisions. The decision to step back, to pause before you speak, to stop chasing validation, to walk away from drama without needing to win. That's strength. That's detachment. You don't have to respond to every challenge. You don't need to correct every false narrative. Let people think what they want. Let the moment pass. Your peace is not up for negotiation. It is earned by practice and protected by choice. Negativity will keep knocking, but just because it shows up doesn't mean you have to answer. Just because it's familiar doesn't mean it belongs in your life. You are not obligated to carry every emotion, every opinion, every expectation. You are allowed to choose joy even when others choose bitterness. You are allowed to rise even when others are rooted in fear. And you are allowed to move forward, fully focused, completely present, and completely free. Freedom isn't found in control. It's found in the choice to detach.